So hello and welcome back to another Best Drives episode. Today we're up in Finland and Norway, as you can see here, using the latest version of ProMods. I mean, just look at the amount of driving area ProMods adds. I've only discovered 20% of it, and it's just all these roads just lying there ready to be driven on. But one of my favourite routes that I've sort of discovered so far is this one here. Now, as you saw from the intro, some of these beauty shots from it, it is pretty impressive from the air, but from when you're driving it, I'd say it's even better. Now, we're starting off here in
Utsjoki,
and we're driving all the way up to over the border into Norway to
Honningsvåg.
So I thought I'd do Google Translate because there's no way I was going to pronounce these right. So yeah, that's where we're going today. We're going to be taking the E6 and the E69 along the coast here. But yeah, 207 miles. It should take about 5 hours. Now, as it is summertime here in... is this in the Arctic Circle? I think so. It should be sort of not daytime, but fairly bright all the time. It's currently 10:35, so we get there about 3 roughly. Let's turn it on. This truck has done 15,000 miles with me. This is the one I usually do quite a lot of my time lapses with and everything. So if we reset the trip computer, we'll see how we do. We'll play another game of guessing the fuel economy. I'm going to say we're going to do 78 litres every 100 mile this time. Put down in the comments what you think. But yeah, I think we're ready to go. Just check the load. So it's 22 tons of empty pallets. Nothing exciting. But yeah, let's get going. Leave this hotel. Let's turn it right out here. From what I saw, I think it's a football pitch. Just down here. Let's listen to that V8. Yeah, so look at that. Looks a bit overgrown. Some people there. Yeah, it looks a bit overgrown to me. I like how they put a fence there so they don't lose their ball. But yeah, let's get out of here. I mean, I just love all the vegetation as well. All sort of orange bushes everywhere. It looks like we're in autumn, but it should be summer. What's this say? Nothing to declare. Let's go straight on. I love all the little rocks and bushes and everything they got. It's so cool. So here we are, Finland into Norway, as you can see. Going over this bridge. Now, I think you have to drive with your lights on all the time, so we've got our lights on. But yeah, look at this starting off already over this massive lake. Right, so what's it say? Yeah, daytime headlights mandatory. So mandatory, I should say mandatory. Doesn't make sense. So we're going left on the E6. It's a fairly narrow road if you look. I'm guessing those barriers are for when it snows and the road just becomes unusable, but no snow today. We've got a 12-speed gearbox, if you're wondering, in this. One of the really fast shifting ones, so super comfortable to drive. Was that a moose sign? Watch out for... what would it be? Mooses? It wouldn't be moose, would it? Watch out for moose, I guess so. But yeah, again, look at all this vegetation. It just feels a bit like it's autumn or something. I do like it, but I'm not sure if it's right for summer. But yeah, you can see on the map this road's starting to get really interesting. I think I picked the perfect truck for doing these journeys because nothing drives like one of these. The steering is so direct, there's hardly any body roll. It turns in where you want it to, super easy to place on the road, and it's really quick. I mean, look at this. This road is so good. You've got to watch out for these rocks. They'll make your day pretty bad if you hit one of them. Oh, pretty random. Just following a massive plane engine by the looks of it. But yeah, look at this scenery. Looks pretty low or shallow, that water, but it's freezing. I feel like the road's getting narrower. Oh, look at that down there. We gotta go down there. It's like a little parking space. That's so cool. And it's a rest area. Right, let's turn down here. I just want to have a quick look. We need a bit of retarder. Well, this is steep, yeah. Definitely need a bit of retarder coming down here. What's that? It's like driving over snow or something. Yep, so a full retarder only just held us down. What a cool rest place though. Really gives you a sense of scale when you're down at this level. And look at that. How steep everything is, and like where the road was all the way up there. Super cool. It does seem pretty sort of low though, the water level. I'm not sure if it's like a river or lake or, but yeah, pretty cool. Right, I think we need to, how are we going to get out of here? That's the question. Just reverse it up there a bit. And then just turn it around. Hopefully, I'm not sure if we know. We're not going to make that. But yeah, look at it. So cool. Benches here and everything, just the detail the pro mods guys come down to. Alright, and back up. Yeah, you definitely haven't got much traction on there. You can probably hear the force feedback doing its thing. I love how flowing all the roads are. Like, they're not too sharp per turn, so you can keep your speed and momentum, which can sometimes be frustrating when you're in a truck. Obviously, it's good if there's like if this was a racing game, for example. But when you're in a truck, you don't really like to lose all your momentum. I like to keep it sort of going, but as you can see, these roads are pretty flowing. Look at that. Is that steep? Yeah, I think this is like a steep incline or something. Yeah, look at that. Going back up. Changing down into fifth. Look at this. It's hard to get a visual on when you're climbing or not. Much higher than that water level now. Look at that. It does feel like you're part of the landscape though, which some of the routes that you drive in this game, you don't really feel part of it. Like the draw distance isn't long enough, so you don't really get a sense of scale. But with this is really good. Yeah, a bit more twisty roads coming up. You got to watch out for these poles as well, which are there for when it snows, so you can still see where the road is. But I wouldn't really want to drive this when it's snowy or icy, especially close to this edge here. Look at that, we've dropped quite a bit of height there and climbing back up now. Got to be careful not to take too sharp turns in case like a truck comes the other way, but come on AI, speed up. So cool though, really is. If you're wondering also, I am using a graphics mod. I'll try and remember to put the link to it in my mod spreadsheet, but I think it does make it a lot more realistic against the SCS version. 30 kbh limit down here. Seems a bit extreme. But yeah, I do think it looks pretty nice now. Maybe the it's a bit too saturated, but it's not too bad. Yes, it's quite a tight turn. Mustang. I'd rather be in that to be honest. But yeah, what a good road that was, the E6. I think the other roads over to the other side of the lake now, you can also drive that. But I think this route's slightly better, so I chose this way. The landscape sort of opening up into this valley now. I think you can see that. You don't feel like you're clinging onto the edge of the cliff face like you were back then. But yeah, we got a little sort of village type thing here. Nice path there, or cycle route, not sure which. Little farm. Yeah, this is really cool. I think there's a hole in the map there. Don't know if you saw it. Right, so we're hanging a right here at this roundabout. It's good that they've put a fuel station here, to be honest. You wouldn't want to get caught out around here. I love all the rocks as well. Very dark. And they look like they've got really good shadows, and they've got a really good 3D depth to them. Pretty well done, to be honest. Let's turn right again. What's that there? Not sure, some kind of farm or something. Yeah, there's lots of orange vegetation here. If anything, I would say I'd like perhaps a little bit more variety of vegetation around here. I think that would be really cool, but what's here, it is really nice. In this road just cuts through the valley. Military restrictions. Oh dear, I didn't see that corner. Look at this road. I wonder what that meant, military restrictions. Unless they do like military testing here or something. Slow it down a bit. Yeah, this truck really holds onto the road. Oh, we're crossing the lake. Look at this. Right down at water level. I wonder if this floods quite a bit. Look at that. Let's get back internal before we crash. Goes all the way around there as well. Very nice. I wonder if you, like in the winter when we've got the winter mod on, if you come back here, that's all frozen over. That'd be really nice. But I really like driving over that little hill that we just went over, because you come right into this valley here with the sort of snow-capped mountains, more hills over there, and just this valley with this massive town in it. Bit of roadworks. Look at it. Look at that. absolutely amazing. So nice. This is very isolated in winter. Just like a Norwegian valley. Some trucks are still got to get here, I suppose. Wonder what they use. What type of truck? There's a church up there as well. Oh, look at that reindeer. Don't know if you saw that. Probably going a bit too quick past it. Oh, is there an airport here as well? Maybe that's how they get their food here rather than trucks. Yes, there must be an airport on there. Imagine flying around here. That would be so cool. Oh, it's not a turn. Yeah, that would be really cool flying around here. I wouldn't fancy it in winter, but in summer, that'd be so cool. Right then, back on the amazing roads. It's not so bad this bit, but as you get further along, the roads do get pretty narrow. Like just then you saw that truck, how close we were. So you do have to have like a pretty good sense of like your scale of your truck on the road. And it's really useful to have Trackir on this because you can just look around, lean forward, see where you are. Such a useful tool. Another little rest stop there, pretty nice, by the water. I do like how they've put those rest stops there. Like they're very different, they're not the sort of traditional hotel or whatever. They're all unique, which is pretty nice. Because you wouldn't have a massive hotel around here, I'm guessing. Someone's taking their boat back. Oh, someone's been pulled over. Wonder what for. It's getting even more twisty. But yeah, you've got to do this route in a Scania. One of these. It's just the effortless power with this V8. And really good handling. Drives more like a car than a truck, this thing. I don't know. I keep thinking we're turning right. It looks like it on the map, but we're not. So this is the E69 now, so that was the E6 we were just on. I mean, look at that view. Absolutely amazing. All these little houses. And we're gonna have to slow down a bit. There's no way you could go around here at 50. I mean, look at the mist as well with this weather mod. Gosh, that is so good. I mean, this has got to be in the top 5 best routes that you can drive in this game. It's just so well done. I'd say this is better than SES quality. SES wouldn't really... I don't think they'd spend the time making one single road like this. They like to sort of spread out everywhere and make a more consistent work rather than just focus on one area. So they wouldn't really do stuff like this, but ProMods does, and just that is amazing. you get all these tunnels. I'm going to slow down a bit here. 60 limit in the tunnel. Look at this, carved right out of the hill. Like all natural sides to the tunnel rather than just sort of concreted over. Just makes it more authentic. It's like you're driving through a cave or something. It's awesome. And back out, what's the time? Currently 4 PM. Wouldn't be anywhere near as fun at night because you just couldn't appreciate the scenery. I mean, look at it in the mirror as well. Just slow it down a bit. Again, I wonder if this floods this road a bit, because you do come quite close to the water level. So I'm not sure. Just keep it wide around the corner. Luckily we haven't met any trucks yet coming the other way, so haven't had to go really wide. Right, there's a car coming, so let us slow down a bit so we can take a wider turn. Yeah, you got to be careful of that inside edge. I would like to take a sort of long trail around here. That would be a real challenge. And back through the tunnel. And they've got their own like little radio station here or something. Yeah, 60 in the tunnel. Side. I think we come to the town when we come out this tunnel, if I remember it. And the last time I drove here, boom, back out. Oh, that'll be the high beam. Went for a gear change. Wrong button. Sometimes the pain with the G29, all the buttons are on the steering wheel, and if you sort of move the steering wheel whilst you're trying to click the button, like going around the corner for example, it can get a little bit confusing. But yeah, look at this tunnel. There was a van overtaking. Let's just brake to let it past. Or not. Beautiful tunnel. Then back out. So here we are, we just got to find where we need to park. Look at all the little houses on the top. So nice. It feels like Iceland coming around here. So nice. We got the North Cape as well. We can have a quick drive up to that, which is over to the left. So I think we'll drive up there in a bit. And the little route that I really like taking is if you turn right down here. It's like takes you through the little harbour, which I really recommend you doing. It's a bit of a challenge to get your truck through, but I think it's worth it. It's always good to have a challenge in this game, I think. Test your truck driving skills. But yeah, look at this. All the little fishing boats. Yeah, so it's a 30 limit down here. Even still, I wouldn't really want to be going to 30. Seems a bit quick. I'm just keeping it below 20 kbh. Yeah, one of the challenging reverses is, you see where that boat is parked? Sometimes you have to reverse next to it, and it can be a bit of a pain, sort of reversing your truck down here, but a great challenge, which I really like. So I'm just got to follow it around, watch the inside of the trailer. a left here. Don't really want to go straight into the water. Just watching that trailer. Oh, that's close. That is close. Had to go on the curb a bit, I'll sort of hit it. Watch out for that truck. Wait there, coach. Right, we're good, we're good. Restaurant and bar. I'd love to come to like a town like this. Like super isolated. But then again, I don't think there'd be many tourist facilities around here, like hotels and stuff. This is a bit of a steep hill, look at this. Right, where are we parking? Not sure what this town wants to... Hang on. What? How am I meant to do that? Right, hang on. I'm up for the challenge. I don't think it's going to work, but... I'm going to have to reverse up this road. There's no other way I can think of doing it. Unless I sort of try and turn it around. Let's bring it over here. And it's raining as well, which doesn't really help. Okay then, so if we now try and reverse this in. I mean, look at the mist over those hills. It looks so good. Can't really see where the thing is. Yeah, it's really far in. Hit the back of the trailer of the building. There's a little fence there. It's annoying. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get the truck out if I park this. Right, can't get much further back. Oh, I'm in. That's it. It's happy with that. I'll take that. And then let's drop that off. Excellent. So now let's drive up to the North Cape. Right, sadly it is raining, which won't really help our drive up. I don't think we'll be able to see that much, but it's worth a go anyway. I think I left. It's steep. How can it be 50 through here? That's insane. Or 80 kph it's displaying. I bet these houses are really cozy when it's raining here. What's the temperature in fact? 21 degrees apparently. So it's not exactly cold. Right, let's drive up here. Road around, I believe. I mean, even this road's great. Oh, there's so much speed in this truck. Got a bit of traffic as well. Just chill it out. Angle left. North Cape, that's where we're going, 13 Ks. There's a little cattle grid as well. And up we go. We'll check the fuel economy at the end, but I don't think I've won. It's currently over 100. It's pretty bad. Just following this Merc up. I think he's got the same idea as me. Just imagine multiplayer with Pro Mods. That'd be insane. Right then, so here we are, North Cape. Not exactly the weather I wanted to show you, but at least we can get around, I guess. There we go, the info centre, but we're just going to head around here. And just jump up here. We've got lightning and everything. Wouldn't really want to be this close to the massive cliff edge in this weather, but we can have a look anyway. So ignore me, massive truck driving on here. Oh, he's left his speaker outside. That's dead. Yeah, look at this. I know it's raining, but what a view. Look at that. So nice. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. If you have enjoyed that video, please do click the like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.